Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? What's going on? It's your girl, Jay, and welcome to a special bonus edition of Jay's Quick Three. So, today we're talking Grammys, and if you're watching, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking Grammy nominations. The Grammy nominations came out November 10th, and I want to get into some of them. I'm very excited, mainly about the R&B category. That's what I'm mainly going to talk about. But I want to be. I'm going to start with like some of the main ones, and then we'll get into the R&B ones. So, just a few notes before I start the nominations. SZA led everyone with 9 nominations. Victoria Monet had 7 nominations. Shout out to Victoria Monet. It is much deserved. I wasn't surprised by SZA. I'm a little surprised by Victoria Monet, not because she doesn't deserve it. It's because y'all been sleeping on Victoria forever. Like, she had an album. The reason it's called Jaguar 2, because she had a Jaguar 1, and that one was amazing. Like, I don't know which album I like better. I guess Jaguar was kind of a EP. This Jaguar 2 is considered her debut album. So, I don't know. I just think people have been sleeping on Victoria. So I'm just very happy to see that finally someone is giving her some recognition. Also, the Soul Train Awards, I believe, gave her a lot of nominations. And that award show is actually going to be happening within the next couple weeks, if not next week, I believe. So I'll be watching that, reviewing that. I'll drop a video and some audio for you guys for that. But we're here to talk about the Grammys. So Grammys will be held November 4th, 2024. And these are some of the notable nominations this year. So Record of the Year, which is a song. Record of the Year, Billie Eilish. What Was I Made For, from the Barbie motion picture soundtrack. Boy Genius, Not Strong Enough, John Baptiste, Worship, Miley Cyrus, Flowers, Olivia Rodrigo, Vampires, SZA, Kill Bill, Taylor Swift, Anti-Hero, Victoria Monet, On My Mama. Let's go. Let's go. You already know who I'm going for. Now, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to pull that out. SZA has broken so many records when she dropped SOS. It depends on the voters. It depends on the voters. I hear a lot about Olivia Rodrigo, of course, Miley Cyrus, really everybody on here. Taylor Swift wins everything almost that she's nominated for. So it just depends on what the voters do. But I'm going for Victoria Monet. That's just what, and I don't know if I'm going to make official picks or anything like that. I'm going to say who my favorite is or who my favorites are. And that's just how it is. Album of the Year, Boy Genius, The Record, Janelle Monáe, Age of Pleasure, John Baptiste, World Music Radio, Lana Del Rey, Did You Know That There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard? That's a really long title. Miley Cyrus, Endless Summer Vacation, Olivia Rodrigo, Guts, SZA, SOS, Taylor Swift, Midnights. Janelle Monáe, that was a great album. I don't know how many people recognize that or even talked much about her album. I thought it was a great album, but I'm biased because I haven't really heard anybody else's album. I mean, SOS, but nobody else's. So I'm going for Janelle Monáe just because, again, I think she deserves. It was a great album to me, but I'm just, I'm happy she got nominated. I'm going to say this up front. I don't put a lot of weight on the Grammys as it pertains to my artists. And I mean like R&B artists. I don't even know about rap. I don't listen to raps really, so I can't really speak on that. But a lot of times Black artists just don't get, I don't know. Sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't, but more often than not, they get nominated, but they don't get those awards unless you're like the super mega star like Beyonce, who I think has won 26 Grammys or something like that. But I don't put a lot of weight into it. I know the Grammys are like the mecca of music awards, but I don't put a lot of stock into it. I know it's a big thing. That's why I'm just talking about the nominations at least, but it won't hurt my feelings if they don't win, because I just don't know how much I expect them to win in this atmosphere of like who's nominated and things like that, and who normally gets wins. But whatever. Usually it's like the popular pop star. Sometimes it's just some unknown artist, which is fine. They're the voters and they decide on what they want. I just don't put a lot of stock into it. So that's all I have to say on my soapbox about the Grammys. Song of the year: Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For? Dua Lipa, Dance the Night. John Baptiste, Butterfly. Lana Del Rey, A&W, Miley Cyrus, Flowers. Olivia Rodrigo, Vampire, SZA, Kill Bill. Taylor Swift, Anti-Hero. Best New Artist: Coco Jones. Yes, Coco Jones. Grace Abrams, Fred Again. Haven't heard of those people. Ice Spice, Jelly Roll, Noah Khan. I hope I pronounced that right. Victoria Monet, and The War and Treaty. So obviously on this list, Coco Jones, Victoria Monet, deserved. It's crazy to me that Victoria Monet is a new artist, in the same way that Her was nominated for new artist. What year was that? 2018, 2019, I can't remember. When she had been making music forever. She had so many, I thought they were albums, but they're like compilations, EPs that she put together. So it was just weird for me to see her be a new artist at that time, but whatever. So same way I feel about Victoria Monet and Coco Jones for that matter. But Victoria Monet more so because I like the work that she has been putting out prior to Jaguar 2 has been, for me, nothing short of amazing. And I think she should have gotten recognition a long time ago. And, it's funny, on TikTok, a lot of people are bringing up the fact that MTV did not invite Victoria Monet to participate or perform at the MTV Video Music Awards they just had this year, because they felt like it wasn't her time, like she wasn't ready yet. And I'm like, okay, are they looking at the same Victoria Monet that I'm looking at? And then like for her to, graciously say, I accept that. That's fine. I'm just going to keep on grinding. And then for the Grammys, like I said, which is one of the most prestigious award shows, whether I agree with it or not, it is prestigious to a lot of people and to the artist. And for her to come out with 7 nominations and finally be recognized, that's kind of like, next time I come around, next time I circle back, I'm charging double type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So regardless, I love this for Victoria. Coco Jones, another one that's been grinding for so long. And, she's talked about having her doubts about still doing this and still trying to pursue a music career and staying in the industry, and, just not feeling like people see her. She's talked about a lot about like how, being dark skinned, and, she just feels like she hasn't been getting the looks, and she's been looked over a lot. And maybe she doesn't have the quote unquote look that the industry accepts and recognizes and lifts up. So for her, it's been an uphill battle for her, but things are paying off. She's been, acting. The What I Didn't Tell You album, which we'll get to in a second, is a phenomenal EP. I said this when it first came out. I feel like it's one of the most perfect EPs to come out in a very, very, very long time. I think I compared it to like Her when she first released her very first EP. She released volume 1, volume 2. It was self-titled, and do I have it up there? I don't know. Y'all probably can't see it. I do have it up there on the wall. But whether it's volume 1, volume 2, or when she put it together, amazing work. So Coco Jones definitely delivered in my eyes with her EP, What I Didn't Tell You. Producer of the year, non-classical, Daniel Nigro, I think. D-Mile, who did a lot of work on Victoria Monet's album Jaguar 2. I think he also produced music for Bruno Mars, Hit Boy, Jack Antonoff, and Metro Boomin. So those are the producers. I don't really have a pick for that. I guess I would go with D-Mile also because the album is great. We've seen what he's done for Bruno Mars, and he also has worked with her. So, that's my pick. I don't really listen to the others or haven't heard much about them. Metro Boomin, of course, and Hit Boy, but this is just like a random pick. I don't really have a horse in that race. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's get down to what really matters to me. And we're going to talk about these R&B categories. So best R&B. And the reason I'm not looking at the camera, if you guys are watching, I'm looking at my screen with the nominations on it. So if you don't see me looking directly at you, my bad. Best R&B performance. So we have Chris Brown with Summer Too Hot, Coco Jones, I See You. I mean, okay. Robert Glasper featuring Sir and Alex Isley, Back to Love. SZA with Kill Bill. Victoria Monet with How Does It Make You Feel? Oh my gosh. This is stacked. Kill Bill everywhere. Kill Bill is everywhere. I actually really like that song. Coco Jones, I See You. One of the most perfect R&B songs that I've heard. It is up there with some of the greats for me. It is just classic R&B. It just is. It's the R&B that just makes you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least to me. So I See You. I'm very happy that got nominated. I'm rooting for it to win. But also, on the other side of that, you have Victoria Monet with How Does It Make You Feel? And as soon as I heard that song off her new album, Jaguar 2, I was like, this is it. This is already my favorite album, or my favorite song on this album. I haven't even heard the whole album. This is it. That was the first song. Usually how I indicate something that I really like is if I hit repeat, whether I'm finishing with the album or not. I hit repeat on that a couple times. It's just, that one is a feel good song, but in a different way. It's hard to explain, y'all. It's hard to explain my love for songs and music. It's all about a feeling, but that one, yes, that one's dope. All right, best traditional R&B performance. So my picks, obviously I can't pick which one I'm going to go for the R&B, just a regular R&B performance. To me, it's between Coco Jones and Victoria Monet. We'll see what happens. Best traditional R&B performance, Babyface featuring Coco Jones. Again, the name of the song is Simple. Another great Coco Jones with Babyface. Come on. Kenyon Dixon, Lucky. PJ Morton featuring Susan Carroll, Good Morning. SZA, Love Language, and Victoria Monet featuring Earth, Wind, and Fire, and her baby girl Hazel Monet. Song is Hollywood. Do you see what I'm? Victoria Monet featuring Earth, the Wind, and the Fire, and her baby. Like, that is such a good song. Hollywood is, when you say Earth, Wind, and Fire is on a track, you already know the music is going to be out of this world. The sound is going to be out of this world. The lyrics that Victoria put on this song, it's like, it tells a story just about like living out your dream and making it. And what are you going to do? Like how are you going to live this life? It's it's a beautiful song. It's inspirational. But Victoria Monet, a modern singer on a track with Earth, Wind, and Fire, is just as magical as Babyface, who is a legend in R&B. No matter whether he's singing, writing, producing, and you have a modern artist such as Coco Jones on the track singing with Babyface, you can't lose. Again, I don't know which one I would pick, but if either one of those won, again, I'll be happy. Best R&B song. Here we go. Coco Jones, I See You. Halle, Angel. Robert Glasper featuring Sir and Alex Isley, Back to Love. SZA with Snooze, and Victoria Monet, On My Mama. Now I know that most of the time, I believe all of the time, the way these nominations happen is that these different labels or artists submit their songs, different songs and things, or different, say if it was album of the year, they'll submit their album. If it's a different song, performers, or whatever, they'll submit that for consideration. And then the Grammys takes that and I guess they vote or do whatever, and then they come up with the nominations. So not everyone that submits will be nominated, obviously, but I don't know if I would have chosen On My Mama as the best R&B song for Victoria Monet, but also it is one of her biggest songs, so I can see why she would submit that. So it can be a main contender with something like Snooze, which is everywhere. Every SZA song almost from SOS is everywhere. So if you're going to compete, and I'm not saying that she knew Snooze would be nominated or considered or whatever, or submitted, I mean, I would put my best song, my best performing song out there as well. So On My Mama for Victoria Monet. Halle, her very first solo song, Angel, a love letter to herself. Beautiful song. The video almost got me. I think I actually went live when that video came out and showed a little bit of it. And I'm so happy that I cut it and edited before, the tears came out, because that last little bit got me. But a beautiful song. So I'm so happy for Halle. Coco Jones, I already talked about I See You and how I feel about that. So Sir and Alex Isley with Robert Glasper, you can't lose with that. So this whole like category, I wouldn't know what to pick. I'm going to root for my girls. I'm Coco Jones, Halle, and Victoria Monet. I just have to. I don't have one over the other that I would want to win. It's going to be a tough category. So I hope the people that are voting like actually listen to the songs and actually take whatever criteria they're supposed to take and like make a good informed decision and not just pick, whatever's popular or whatever somebody else told them to do. I don't know. Whoever gets it is going to deserve it. The next category is Best Progressive R&B Album. Okay. Diddy, The Love Album, Off the Grid. Terrence Martin and James Fauntleroy, Nova. Janelle Monáe, The Age of Pleasure. SZA, SOS, and Black, Since I Have a Lover. I haven't listened to Black's album. Of course, I listened to SOS. I've listened to Age of Pleasure, and I listened to the Love album. I would say I'm rooting for Janelle Monáe, but I think SZA would get this. I don't see Diddy. To me, it was, we're not here to talk about what I didn't like or anything like that. I didn't hate the album. I didn't hate it. I've heard better, but I really love some of the artists that he had on there. You can't lose with, Summer Walker and Jasmine Sullivan. Like, he had some really good artists on the album, but it didn't like quite hit for me. But it's nominated, so we'll see what happens. I'm going for Janelle Monáe, but like I said, I think SZA will probably get this because it was the biggest R&B album to come out, like as far as charting and popularity and things like that. So Again, I don't know what the criteria is, so she may end up winning that. I don't think it'll be surprised if she does. Best R&B album. So, Babyface with Girls Night Out, Coco Jones, What I Didn't Tell You Deluxe, Emily King, Special Occasion, Summer Walker, Clear 2, Soft Life EP, and then Victoria Monet, Jaguar 2. This category is really trying to kill me because what do you do? Two of the most played albums in my, like, if I looked up my play history on YouTube Music and Tidal, which is the two that I use, I don't know. I'll be surprised to know which one of these albums I played the most out of Victoria Monet, Jaguar 2, and Coco Jones, What I Didn't Tell You. Probably the same. Like, it was a long stretch of me playing What I Didn't Tell You over and over and over and over and over and over again. And then Victoria Monet comes out and I'm playing that over and over and over and over and over again. So I don't know which one I've listened to the most. They might be tied, but those two albums, well, Jaguar 2 is an album. What I Didn't Tell You Deluxe, I thought was considered an EP, but I listened to those a lot. So it's a toss-up for me on who I would want to see win, but I can see Summer Walker winning. Babyface's album, Girls Night Out, was a great compilation album. He featured a lot of the R&B girlies. It was a good album. It didn't get as much, I think, recognition. People really weren't talking about it as much, but I enjoyed it. And there's some songs on there that I continuously play over and over again. So, I mean, I'm not mad if Babyface wins that. I thought it was a cool idea for him to do, for someone like I spoke about earlier, someone to be a legend in the game, to offer his platform and his writing and production, offer all that to some of these new R&B artists that are out here, or newer. Some of them aren't like necessarily new, but offer that to them and allow them to share his platform, I think is a big deal, whether people think that or not. I mean, people that are big fans of R&B, and especially who grew up in the 80s and 90s, we know who Babyface is. We know what he means to our community. So it's a big deal. He is a legend in the game. It's a big deal for you to work with him, or him work with you, or you guys collaborate. So I thought it was a really good album. For me, I thought some songs I felt like maybe didn't fit on there, but nonetheless, it was a great album, and I love that he gave younger artists some opportunity to be on his platform. Similarly, I kind of feel that's maybe where Diddy was trying to go. It just didn't, for me, it didn't just like, it didn't curl all the way over. I don't know. It just didn't, it wasn't hitting for me as much. And I think that's it for me as far as the categories I'm into. Like, there's country, there's Americana, there's rap. I'm not really into rap, so I don't really have, like I said, a horse in that race to go over, or to say who I pick. But I will give you the categories for best rap song and best rap album. How about that? For those rap fans that are out there. So best rap song, Doja Cat, Attention, Drake and 21 Savage, Rich Flex, Killer Mike featuring Andre 3000, Future and Aaron Allen Kane, Scientists and Engineers, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Uzi Vert, Just Wanna Rock. I do know that song was big on TikTok. I don't know how much that will count as far as votes are concerned, but I do know that's a popular song. Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice featuring Aqua with Barbie World from Barbie the album. I don't know. What are y'all's picks on that? Drop it in the comments. Best album, Drake and 21 Savage, Her Loss, Killer Mike, Michael, Metro Boomin, Heroes and Villains, Nas, King's Disease 3, and Travis Scott, Utopia. Again, I don't have an opinion on that, but if you do, feel free to comment. the platform is open for you to comment. And that's about it for me, guys. I'm not going to get into all these categories. There's so many. And so many well-deserved nominations. We shall see what happens when February rolls around and this award show comes out. Very interested to see how this R&B shakes up. Now, hopefully they televise some of this, because a lot of times this will happen during the pre-Grammys. So either the day before the Grammys or earlier in the morning, before the show is actually on TV, they'll give out most of these R&B awards, and they save all the pop awards and like the big record of the year, song of the year, album of the year for TV. So we'll see. So whether they win on TV or not, I'm excited to see who wins these R&B categories, and let me know what you guys think about the nominations. Again, I'll have the link to the nominations down below. So feel free to click on that, and then you can see all the nominations. There are, hopefully some of your favorites have been nominated. So without further ado, that's all I have. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.